How many times in your life have you encountered the paranormal? Once, twice, or maybe 3 times? Or do you believe that mysticism and the paranormal don't exist? If so, my channel might change your mind. And today I will tell you about the top scariest cases of mysticism that people have captured on camera. Let's speed run through these scary videos. Here we go. This video is very old, maybe you've seen it. According to the story, 2 friends were heading to some abandoned and secret place rumored to be inhabited by mutated animals. It was said that experiments were conducted on them, and then they were dumped in a specific location. However, it turns out that these mutated creatures survived and moved away from that secret place, so there is a high chance of encountering a mutated animal, just like in this video. The guys were driving and noticed something strange in a puddle. It looked like a marine creature, but it was very bizarre and frightening. There was an unknown stamp on the side of this creature, probably from the place the guys were heading to. After they uploaded this video on the internet, nothing more was heard from them, and they haven't been in contact since. So, this story faded away, leaving us with many questions. Warning: the following video is not for the faint-hearted. The video was recorded by an author named James, who explains that after his grandmother's death, he went to her house in another city to handle funeral arrangements and estate matters. Therefore, he had to stay at his late grandmother's house for a couple of days. However, he did not expect to witness what he saw. On the first night in the house, paranormal activity started to occur. James couldn't sleep for a long time and then began to hear strange knocks coming from other rooms. At first, he didn't pay much attention to it, thinking that the house was old and making natural noises. But the knocks became increasingly loud, as if someone was present in the house. So, James decided to go out and see what was happening. He opens the door to a room where his grandmother's antique doll is kept, but he doesn't pay attention to it because he hears knocks coming from the first floor of the house. Suddenly, the door behind James opens by itself, and the doll is staring directly at him. Overwhelmed by fear, James is paralyzed and unable to do anything but stare at the doll. The guy uploaded this video to the internet and wrote that the next morning he managed to sell the house and left the city where his late grandmother lived. A resident of the USA often encountered mysterious sounds in the attic of her house, noises, creaking, unexplained sounds that caused her concern. She called the police several times, but as always, the result was zero. At one point, the girl gathered her courage and decided to capture whatever was living in her attic, and she regretted it. One night, Chris heard strange sounds in the attic of her house again, and decided to check if there was anything dangerous or if it was just her imagination. However, Chris was wrong. The girl enters the attic, opening the door, and at first there is nothing and no one. But in the distance, a strange white creature jumps out at her, moving very low, as if the creature is not walking but crawling. Chris immediately runs out and calls the police, but when they arrive, they find nothing. Have you ever had a situation where you're sleeping and your couch starts lifting by someone invisible? No? Well, that's exactly what happened to a girl named Katie in this video. She began noticing strange sounds and rustling in her apartment, as if someone was present in the house, even though Katie was home alone. She tried to ignore these incidents, thinking they were just products of her imagination. However, after one particular incident, Katie started thinking differently. Katie lay down for a nap after work, unaware of any impending trouble, when suddenly her bed began to rise. At first, she didn't understand what was happening, perhaps thinking she was dreaming, but after a few seconds, Katie realized it wasn't a dream and screamed as she ran into another room. Nothing more is known about Katie. She doesn't actively engage on social media and hasn't explained what happened next. What do you think? Share your speculations in the comments below the video. The author of this video was walking at night in a sad and creepy place called Adricola Cemetery. It is here that Mexicans encounter ghosts, strange entities, and witness many scary and unexplained shadows. In this video, the friends explore this cemetery and try to discover something supernatural, as many locals have claimed. After a while into the investigation, they summon spirits to appear and show activity. Within a few seconds, the fence starts shaking vigorously. Inspired by this eerie activity, one of the guys attempts to use an app on his phone that displays a human silhouette in the form of graphics. The app seems to detect something above a grave. After some time, when the author tries to communicate with a possible demon, the camera captures a new incident. The fence starts shaking with even greater force. Although the app was made for entertainment purposes, explaining the gates shaking so intensely will be difficult, as there are no visible ropes or wires attached to them. I was able to find this video on the internet. It is said to have been popular in 2009. In the video, we can see a guy sitting at a table while an old woman, who appears to be a shaman, takes a chicken egg and puts it in the guy's mouth. She then pulls out mysterious black clumps. In the comments, people say that it was a healing ritual aimed at removing curses and spells that were affecting the person. Others say that it was an exorcism of a demon and dark forces.
Tú no tragues, tú trata de botar para afuera. Dale que ahí viene. Dale que ahí viene. Agacha un pollito en la cabeza. Mínimo dos. Ay, 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 Dios. No, eso no manda. Pero mi vida. Ya, no sé. Hay un baño ahí, mami.
A young man named Matthew witnessed strange events in his house. He began to doubt his sanity when, in the middle of the night, he heard a peculiar noise coming from his bathroom and saw the silhouette of a person as he opened his eyes. He thought it might be just a dream or a trick of his eyes, but it happened again the following night. That's when Matthew decided to install motion-activated cameras. One night, the camera started capturing movements, spinning around to respond to them. Suddenly, it focused on the bathroom, and a silhouette of a head resembling a human could be seen from the corner of the room. After watching the recorded video the next morning, Matthew was horrified and decided to temporarily move in with a friend because he didn't know what to do or who this could be. He went to the police station and showed them the footage. What happened afterward is unknown to me, as I couldn't find more information about the specific video. A girl named Liana was filming her son playing in a pile of fallen leaves. She never expected to see something scary and unexplainable happen to her child. Liana's son decided to play in the yard, and according to his mother, he really liked the fallen leaves. Liana wanted to capture on camera how her son was playing in the yard and send it to the family's father when suddenly something invisible pushed the boy. It didn't seem like he did it himself in a playful manner. I think something paranormal might have happened here. What do you think? Did the boy just fall in a playful way, or was he pushed by something unexplainable? Share your opinion in the comments under the video, and we'll continue. Thanks for watching. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to not miss new episodes.